Hi there, I'm Janette Lane, a craft designer at CraftStash, and in today's video, I wanted to share how to give you just a little bit more confidence with ink blending. So I made this card with our brand new stamp sets by Creative Stamps. So this is an exclusive brand to CraftStash, and this is the Easter chicks and bunnies. And so I made this card with these stamps using some nice distress inks, just blended the background. And I wanted to just share like what I did, share some tips and tricks. I am not the best ink blender, I guess, but I do enjoy it. It's really fun, and I just wanted to share what I do, and hopefully that'll help you and help build your confidence with blending. So let's jump right into the tutorial. Again, to make this card, I used the brand new Creative Stamps Easter Chicks and Bunnies stamp set. This is adorable. We've got some really fun sentiments, some cute chicks, one still in the shell, and some bunnies over here. Oh my gosh, these are adorable. The sentiments include some bunny loves you, happy Easter, wishes blessings, birthday, you're a good egg, and hey chick. So you can do like mixing and matching with the sentiments to create some personalized cards. And also I wanted to mention that for this video, I'm not going to be showing you how to make this full card, so it's not a full card tutorial. I'm just showing how I made the background. So I just wanted to clarify that. So yeah, I'm going to be focusing on the ink blended background. So let's jump right into that. Now for blending, there are different things that you can use to actually blend. So your blending tools and also the mediums that you work with. So I'm going to be working with Distress Inks, Tim Holtz Distress Inks, but you can also use Distress Oxides. You can use regular stamp ink. It really depends. You're going to want to try out if you're using, regular stamp pads by like Hero Arts or any other kind of brand. You want to just kind of swatch them and test this technique that I'm going to show you on different stamp inks, because sometimes stamp inks do not blend the same way. I find that Distress Inks and Oxide inks just are really easy to work with, and they blend so well together, and the colors are really vibrant, and there's a nice range of colors. So I'm going to be using Distress Inks today. And there's different tools that you can use. There's a mini ink blending tool. This is by Tim Holtz, or Ranger, I believe. And then we have smoothie blenders, so these sponge applicators, which are great for blending. But there's also other tools that you can use. You can use brushes. There are so many tutorials on different ink blending tools that you can use, but we're not going to spend too much time on that. I just want to jump into the blending action. And so I'm going to be using this mini ink blender. And what I love about this is some people don't prefer them, but I like that it keeps your fingers clean. And I also use some Post-it notes to hold the edge of the paper here so that I can blend. So I have two mini ink blending tools here. Now the mini ink blending tool has a special Velcro applicator on the bottom, if you can see that, and it pairs perfectly with these sponges, which also have a Velcro back. And these are circle sponges, and they fit perfectly with the Distress Inks. Unfortunately, they do not come with Distress Inks when you buy your Distress Inks. That would be really nice if they did, but they don't. And so you just buy them separately and store them with your Distress Inks. Super easy. And then you just press down to add your applicator. Easy peasy. So I'm going to be using mustard seed. And I'm also going to grab picked raspberry. And really with ink blending, it's great because you can blend several colors together, colors that you think maybe wouldn't go or complement each other, but they do. With ink blending, you can kind of just make happy friends of colors that you didn't think were going to be friends, if that makes any sense. So, okay, I'm starting with some white cardstock that I pre-cut, and this is just, I think it's cut to 4x6. And so I'm going to grab my mustard seed. And I have my craft mat down to protect my work surface. And I'm just going to dab some color on my mini applicator, my mini blending tool. And there it looks like I really didn't do anything, but it's there. The color is there, trust me. And then you want to kind of start blending off of the mat. I don't know why, it just helps to get like a running start, if that makes any sense. So a running start on your blending, and then you just move it across your paper. and you want to do little circles all across, and you just repeat the process. Kind of start blending off of that side on your craft mat, and then you ante up to moving on to the actual cardstock. And you want to make sure, you want to try to get an even layer of color all across your card. And you want to make sure that you're blending out any color that's too pigmented. Like you got a little heavy-handed, that's okay. You can just blend it out, or you can even start this way on this side of the paper and move on across the card. All right, so I am liking the color here, and what I'm going to do now is kind of blend down just a little bit more. Just kind of spread that color down, stretching it out, spreading it out, not really stretching it out, but I think you know what I mean. Okay, so up here at the top, I want to make sure that my mustard seed is really vibrant, really bright, really yellow. So I'm just going to go back, put a little bit more color at the top, and again, just kind of blending it down. And then I'm going to grab my picked raspberries and just repeat the same process. So let's go on to the picked raspberry. Let me close this so it doesn't dry out. Now with a picked raspberry, it's going to be the same thing. I'm going to start blending over here off the craft mat and then work my way onto the cardstock. So I'm done with my yellow mustard seed, and I have a really pigmented layer up here of beautiful color, bright color, and then I kind of spread it down to the rest of my card. And now I want to add my next color, which is going to be picked raspberry. And what I found, this is really the light bulb moment that I had, is that I want to start here, right? Like instinctually, I kind of want to start here because, of course, why would I start my new color anywhere else? I would just gravitate towards the white and start blending there, start laying down my color there. But what you actually want to do is start up here on top of your previous color, which I know kind of goes against, it's counterintuitive really, but it really makes all the difference when it comes to your blending, because it makes the transition between the colors a little bit more smooth, more seamless. Whereas if you start down here, it'll still work, but it just doesn't look as smooth and as blended. So fight the instinct, fight the urge to start down here on the white, start up here where you've kind of stretched out your previous color, where you've, laid down your previous color. And I think that's going to help. It's going to make a world of difference. I really do. I believe that. So here again, picking up some color, kind of starting off at the edge on the craft mat, off of my paper, and then moving across in little circles. So you can see those two colors are blending beautifully, and you can see the picked raspberry over here kind of more clearly on this side. And then you have the clear mustard seed yellow, but right in between, it's mixed the two colors together and created a gorgeous kind of orangey color, very light orange. It's beautiful. I love like watching blending come to life, if that makes any sense. Like I could watch it all day. It's very mesmerizing. I'm easily mesmerized. I'm mesmerized by heat embossing and also by blending, because it's always just surprising how great the colors blend together. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with this layer of picked raspberry, but let me just kind of spread a little bit more. I think my next layer I want to do a purple, maybe wilted violet. I'm not sure yet, but let's stop here and take a look at my progress, see how it's going. All right. So here we have the really vibrant, like right about here is really the vibrant pink color, the picked raspberry. And then we have the mustard seed here, gorgeous. And then here in this middle ground is the orange, which kind of resulted from both of these colors being blended together. Now, I still have some kind of harsh lines there and I want to blend them out just a little bit. Now, maybe you want to naturally pick up the picked raspberry and kind of do that and blend out those lines. But what you want to do is grab the previous color. So in my case, it's the mustard seed. And I want to go over it again. So I want to blend out these lines. So I'm going to go back here to this line and blend it out. Blend it out downward. And you really get rid of those harsh lines. It's like magic, guys. I love blending. It's so much fun. And it's so beautiful. It makes some great card backgrounds. Or in my case, with the card that I die cut a circle in the middle and made a nice little aperture. Okay, and then here, if you feel like the lines are still too harsh, you want to blend that out, you can definitely go ahead and do that. So just blending that out. It's gorgeous. I'm really liking this. This almost looks like a sunset. You could do a nice like beach kind of theme, or even an Easter theme that's coming up soon. So perfect. I am loving the color on that. So now I'm going to ink up my mini ink blending tool with Wilted Violet. And I want to add purple to this blended card. And instinctually, I want to start here. I want to, because you know, it's white, so it just makes sense to want to start coloring there, but fight the urge, guys. Fight the urge and move up just a smidge to your previous, where your previous color is, and start blending right about there so that those two colors can be friends. And then you can blend the rest of the color down towards the rest of the white cardstock. So here we go. You can see the pink and the purple, the picked raspberry, sorry, and the wilted violet are starting to blend really nicely. And there's really no limits to how many colors you put on your card. If you want to blend multiple colors, you don't have to blend in vertically like this, how I'm doing downwards. You can blend the other way. You can blend horizontally, or you can also do diagonally. So it's really up to you. Or you can even do sections of colors. So you can do yellow over here, and then pink over here, and then purple over here, and just kind of blend the lines together. So the options are truly endless of what you can do with blending. It's so fun. I love the colors, how they mix together, how they blend together. I like how they become friends. I am such a nerd. I do apologize. So here I am just blending that color out. Now I think that blended. I think the wilted violet blended really well with the picked raspberry, but I'm just gonna go back. Now instead of blending the pink with my wilted violet, I'm going to use the picked raspberry to kind of just add a little bit, do more blending here. So let me add more of that. Kind of blend out those lines. I mean, they're very faint, but I feel like it needs it. So here we go. Okay, and then let's go back to wilted violet. And I am loving this wilted violet, actually. I'm continuing to blend that wilted violet. I think I am happy with how seamless my cardstock looks. The different colors just kind of blended really nicely together. So here is the finished product. Well, I am done with the tutorial. I hope that you were inspired to try ink blending. I know that so many things in crafting can be intimidating, especially if you feel like you're more of a beginner, but really just give it a try. Don't be afraid. Watch some videos and get some inspiration, build up your courage to try something new, and you can end up with some really great results. So I'm really happy with my blended cardstock here that I can now use as a background for my card like I did here. So yeah, that's it for me. Thank you so much for watching the video, and everything that I used today you can find at craftstash.co.uk, as well as these adorable Easter chicks by Creative Stamps. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. All right, bye.